Little tiny hammer.
We all set, Michael?
We're back.
Okay, thank you. So with that, we are out of executive session. We'll follow our agenda, which means that we need to ask for approval of our December 18th meeting
Should be
minutes.
2019 too on the
Yeah,
agenda.
okay.
Correction to the minutes on page 2 at the top for the revolving loan fund checks, there's a typo before the motion, $1,045. $45, it should be $1,405.19.
Say that again?
At the top, it
Should be
says,
405 instead of 45.
yep. Right before the motion is made, it's correct in the motion, but wrong in the numbers at the top.
Good catch.
Yeah, it was Mr. Payne.
So with that, I will maybe have a motion to approve the minutes as amended or suggested to be amended. Thank you. Second.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Our favorite part of the meeting, changes in the agenda.
We just need to add under new business, sale of hot processing equipment from Timberman Farms.
Okay, so with that, we'll move into the finance report, finance committee, or story.
Alright. We have changed over to the new accounting system, so Mike and I have been working on that. We had a few glitches late yesterday trying to get everything worked out, but straightened it out this morning, so you have a list of the checks. The big checks is for the Empire Pipeline pilot. We did the checks so they could get signed today because it's due by the end of the month. We're going to hold them until we get our check from Empire Pipeline, which should be later this week, beginning of next week. Because that's over $700 and some odd $1,000. So that check will be forthcoming. I don't know if anybody, I don't think there was anything else out of the ordinary. This guy in question.
Yes, I'm sorry. Question on the Empire Pipeline. I think in the past you have shared that with the towns that were affected, correct? Has that practice stopped, or are you going to continue to
No,
share
that's
that?
the Community Benefit Fund,
Okay,
and they received their check in December.
okay,
There was a question regarding that money on our state audit from the New York Comptroller's Office.
okay.
When we had our exit interview, there was nothing mentioned about that, so we mailed the checks to the taxing jurisdictions in December.
Okay.
So there was a little delay, but
And and if you can answer this, do you anticipate continuing those payments in the future?
yeah, it expires in 2023.
23.
We anticipate it, but we tell in the letter every year,
If we decide to keep it, we'll keep it.
yeah.
And in that regard, we said we would notify them immediately what it was. I know there was a little hardship for one town because they do use that, they did not put it in their budget, so then they were over the tax cap, but I think that particular municipality's been over the tax cap anyway. And we said, well, that's not what we wanted you to do with that money anyway, was put it in your budget, so, cause it is gonna go away, so.
All right, very good, thank you.
Yep.
I have a motion to accept the financial reports.
So moved. Seconded.
Are there questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed. And carried. Management reports. Dorian, since you're the closest, you can start.
Just finishing up the yearly end audit. Got a few things to follow up this week, and then I think that'll be wrapped up for the most part. Like I said, I've been working with Mike with the new accounting, which he has taken the lead on, and like I said, we had a few glitches with the checks, but everything else went well, so we'll get it worked out. Other than that, I don't have anything.
Move.
Well, 2 of them are there, and I keep telling them they can leave me behind because my office is nice and quiet, and I'm getting lots accomplished, but they just laugh at me. So Should be moving beginning next week, I should be, and, they're finishing up a couple things at Steve's office, so.
So when we come to see you, we come in the outside door, or how do we get in there now?
We're not telling you that part.
Gonna make meeting at
Why do you think they were moving?
Through the main door and into the lobby area.
Okay.
We can give everyone a tour after the meeting, if you'd like to see it. It's come out very nice, carpet and all that.
I would say anybody would like to do it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Michael?
Very quickly, live streaming, we're up and running. There was a question about the videos. They're gonna be archived online for 5 years. So there's gonna be a long-term requirement to keep that stuff up there. Relative to ABO compliance in the grand scheme, there's a lot of documentation that's being updated, and we plan on bringing forth some policies. No modifications primarily, but a couple of new ones to the board next month, and we'll get all that stuff up online, and we should be fine. Doreen mentioned accounting. We do have a new set of QuickBooks files. The audit is progressing. We've talked to the auditors about making sure that both the current set for 2019 as well as the go forward for 2020 are congruent and are appropriate. So we've got controls in place to make sure that that happens as well. The account structure is in compliance with some guidelines from the OSC, which is a good thing. The receipts and disbursements audit portion on this, on my management report, we're in the process of pulling together a final report, and we passed around earlier this handout. And it's only for offline review from the meeting, but it's the culmination of the work we've done to date in response. There's a format that's required from the OSC. This is the format. I've already gotten some feedback from Steve relative to changes. We'll be updating this, and we'll bring it to the board for final approval in February. And we've got until the end of March to respond. It's fairly straightforward. The only other point that I want to make now is in relationship to the annual pilot and the loan client audit for Paris. We've contacted all the appropriate clients. We're doing it electronically. Emails have gone out. There's a couple that we have to do phone calls with, and we'll follow up by hand. But we're already starting to get responses coming in from certain clients, and that information comes in electronically. It gets mapped to certain fields in our CRM tool, and that should ease the burden of inputting all this information into Paris. Again, that needs to be done by the end of March.
Paris, again, is the state's online data collection system for basically IDAs.
There is an annual report that we need to publish, and the one for 2018 is on our website. And if you look at it, it's a 57-page conglomeration of data, and it has a page in there for every pilot program we've got with all the appropriate metrics. We have to come up with the equivalent one for this year, and then we need to do that for all three organizations. So any questions? Okay.
So I'm excited to report that the Wing Walk is officially sold out. I have 300 tickets sold, and actually a wait list currently ongoing for people that are still trying to get on, be a part of it. A lot of hype. People are really excited about it. We received just over $1,200 in sponsorships from Cuca Taxi, WFLR, Friendlies, L&B, Alliance National Bank, Penny and Plumbing, Bank of the Finger Lakes, Elm Street, Barber, Cuca College, and Long's Cards and Books. So there's a lot of community involvement. The other retailers and businesses downtown are excited for it as well. They showed that by supporting the event. The Building Improvement Fund, a part of the DRI, is about to really start taking off. I'm going to start marketing and outreaching to all the building owners within the DRI area, the zone map. Let them know this fund is available. Explain to them the process, the ins and outs. Downtown are excited for it as well, the application process. going through all this will help us significantly to understand the process to allow us to assist the individual DRI award winners as well, outreaching to all the building owners, time and resources to DRI area, do it all for them. But we anticipate some building owners having this fund is available, a little bit more needs for assistance than others. The ins and outs, this building improvement fund down on this qualification process, allow them to help them a little. The building improvement will help us significantly to understand the process, to allow us to assist also the individual DRI award winners as well, outreaching increase my visitations with time and resource county to DRI area, to do it all for them, increase our parking ascertain knowledge, the building owners having funds available, there's more need to meet needs for assistance than others. This building improvement fund down on our side of questions, allow them to help them a little. The building improvement will help us significantly to understand the process, to allow us to assist also the individual DRI increase my visitations with time and resource county.
Thing I will
to do it all for them.
add, I guess, is just some, updates a little bit on the apartment or the housing developments. We talked to Home Leasing Gardens. They have all but 7 of the apartments already released. Thing I will add, I guess, is just some, so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on the apartment or the housing developments. We talked to 25 gardens. They have all but $760 already. Not, I mean, thing I will, apartments like this, and one that so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on the, it's not as low as some people might, the housing developments. Just talked to 25, 11 of them are actually apartments, $25. They have all but $760 already. Thing I will, pretty good need, partners like this, and one that so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on the, it's not as low as some people might, the housing developments. Just talked to 11 of them are actually apartments, $25 housing issue. Thing I will, pretty good need, partners like this, and one that so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on what you ready to start. It's not as low as some people might, the housing developments. Just talked to 11 of them are actually apartments, $25 housing issue. But if you call thing I will, pretty good need, partners like this, and one that so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on what you ready to start. A lot of interest in housing developments. 11 of them are actually apartments, $25 housing issue. But if you call thing I will, pretty good need, partners like this, more so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on what you ready to start. A lot of interest in housing developments. 11 of them are actually apartments, housing issue. But if you call thing I will, pretty good need, partners like this, more so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on what you ready to start. A lot of interest in housing developments. 11 of them are actually apartments, housing issue. But if you call thing I will, pretty good need, partners like this, more so that means they have 30 days, a little bit on what you ready to start. A lot of interest in housing developments. 11 of them are actually apartments, housing housing issue. Last thing. But it's called very good. A lot of interest in housing industry. Housing issue. Last thing. But it's called very good. A lot of interest in housing industry. Last thing. But it's called very good. Last thing. Last thing.
Yeah, so last month we discussed. Last thing. Yeah, so last month we Last thing. Yeah, so last month we Last thing. Yeah, so last month we
Go out big. Go out big. Go out big. Go out big.
That's it.
Wow.
That's the gist, that's flow charts, that's 90 That's the gist, that's flow charts, that's 90.